Throughout the years of Yu-Gi-Oh, there has always been an established meta. And that meta goes on to influence what people typically play at the larger events. But what if you took a list of every deck from the September 2011 meta, randomized them, and put them into their own single elimination bracket tournament, allowing for exactly one of every different type of deck to be represented? In this series, Joe and I will be playing out a full single elimination bracket tournament. Each week, Joe and I will be playing a different deck, and whatever deck wins will move on, and whatever deck loses will be eliminated. The goal of this series is to see if the traditional meta will reign supreme, or if a new champion will be crowned. Be prepared for jank winning, meta losing, and for the format as we know it to be turned upside down. Welcome to the Tournament of Tournaments.
All right, so today I'm going to try a Counter Fairy strategy. Counter Fairy is an interesting strategy. It really took off after Solemn Warning was printed. Solemn Warning combines really well just inherently with the Counter Fairy cards, because obviously with Bond of Artemis, you're drawing. This deck's actually going to use the Sanctuary in the Sky, so it's going to have the Mattel that can gain life points and pop a card, sort of circumventing the life point loss. Only one Solemn Judgment's a little upsetting, because, you know, if this got 3 Solemn Judgments, that'd be pretty awesome. But because we're going to play Sanctuary in the Sky, which is definitely a controversial inclusion, we do get to play Divine Punishment, which is essentially a version of Solemn Judgment. So this deck has a huge upside of being able to lock the opponent out, and it kind of creates this avalanche effect where if you're not dealing with the board and they just sit there with Artemis, and a card like Negate Attack is suddenly a pseudo Sakuratsu Armor, and a card like Drastic Drop Off is a discard draw one, and then all of the Solemn cards have that additional effect where you're drawing or popping, it's almost impossible to get through this deck. Though if you can crack the board, you are going to be able to beat the deck. But it's a really cool one. We'll see how it goes.
I have been waiting a long time for this, guys. We saw Joe's X-Sabers. We saw his take on it. And today, I finally get to break out my take on it, and I'm going to be honest, this is easily my favorite deck of the 2011 format, or at least one of them. I really enjoy playing this deck. It's so fun. My favorite part about the archetype is just every single monster in the core archetype is good, right? Like, you got like one that can't be destroyed by battle, a searcher, a recruiter, something that negates attacks and can bring stuff back. All these monsters just have wicked good effects. And it's such an explosive deck, so my take on it, this is similar to my tournament build that I played. I won a tournament with a build like this. Unfortunately, nowadays, people are kind of aware of the Decree version of the build, so I think it's a lot easier for people to play around it, which is why maybe this needs another adaptation. But in the case of Joe, I don't think Joe is super familiar with my build or how it plays, so I'm kind of excited to break it out against him. We're opting for the Decree, and we also run Gores just because with Decree in the deck, you kind of expect that people will not expect Gores to hit the field, which is really nice. But for the most part, we're just relying on our spell cards. One of the cool things about this deck is with Decree and like the use of Double Pashul and Dark Soul, your goal is just to quickly set up Nat Beast plus Decree. So you basically turn off your opponent's spells and traps, and you can kind of use that as a pseudo win con. In addition to the fact that all your monsters are floaters, you can use things like Creature Swap to like send your opponent stuff and then make a big board. And then with Decree, you're turning off their ability to Solemn Warning. I feel like this deck really struggles against those trap cards like Warning, like Judgment, even Torrential. So it's really nice to have this. Also, My Body is a Shield is just a nuts card. Like, I really like this card in this deck because you want to just make such explosive turns. Like, if you're using your Bogart to make an extension with Ball Troll, you got to make sure that sticks, which is why I like running double My Body. But yeah, for the most part, it's all stuff you've seen from me before. I'm just excited to bust it out and pilot it, and luckily, since I'm against Counter Fairies today, it means, I'm at a slight advantage because we have the ability to decree all of Joe's traps in the end phase and hopefully just win the game off that alone. So, yeah, we'll just hop in. We'll see how that goes. All right, episode 32. We are in the last game of round 1 of the Tournament of Tournaments. I never thought we'd make it this far, I mean, it's been a journey,
And we're finishing off with, you know, some age-old classics. You know, we get to bust out my X-Saber build, which I'm very excited about because this is my favorite deck of the format, as it is for you. And also, I really like the Decree main. I swear by it, I believe in it, and I think it'll be pretty useful in the counter fairy matchup.
Yeah, I feel like this one was rigged. We paired up counter fairy against main deck Decree deck. That seems like there's an uphill battle. But you know what? I dropped the ball with X-Sabers earlier in the tournament, so
yeah,
giving them an easy matchup to make it at least into the top 16 is okay with this version of X-Sabers.
True. Technically top 32. This is top 32. We're busted out.
Oh yeah, top 32. Yeah, touche.
All right, well, I do get to go first, so hopefully I open the Decree. If not, we might have a hard time. But also, I mean, counter fairies in general aren't too keen on going second.
No.
All right. Well, I'll set one and set two. Pass.
Well, I will summon Metalal Sage of the Sky.
Sure.
I will activate the Sanctuary in the sky.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Do I win?
Yeah. I'm not going to concede to it now.
Nice.
Thinking in draw phase.
Oh, okay. Do you have MST?
No, I'm going to activate this.
And
And then use the Sage of the Sky to kill Decree.
Makes sense. Fair enough.
Could have been a +1, but I guess I'll use it as a pseudo Decree.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to main phase, and I'll slam the other blowout card.
All right, well, I guess I have to kill this.
That's sad.
Hopefully it's Emmer's Blade.
It's Pashul.
Pashul, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Pashul's not a bad hit. Let's maybe. Do I just go spicy with it? Activate creature swap.
Sure.
Attack.
You know what the funny thing is about this card? You gain 1,000 if I activate a card.
I know, and I pop a card.
No. Oh my god!
It says on the
That's
field.
the craziest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have the deep prison.
Yeah, you have to deep prison. All right, fine. All right, I'll pass. A lot got accomplished in that turn. Ooh, 0.
Yeah, that was a really interesting turn in a lot of respects.
Yeah, true.
You know.
Hey, but
All right, I'm not even gonna go check. You don't play Gores, right? There's no way you're playing Gores in your deck.
yeah, definitely not.
All right, go. in your Decree deck, right? Do I have to go check this?
All right, I will.
Okay, you're not. All right, I'm about to say, the way you're laughing, I'm like, there's just no way.
I will enter battle phase.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pass. Sad thing is I actually had the sick nasty Decree Nat Beast play.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll take the 15.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. End phase, I will search. I'll take the Emmers.
Sure.
Well, actually, no. I think I'll get my full helm.
That's fine.
Okay. Stand by me.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Ooh. For the sake of safety, I will normal summon Full Helm Knight.
Sure.
I will activate Econ to change your thing to defense.
Sure.
Attack.
Kill it.
No! The gate attack is so good.
Oh, and I gain life points. Haha.
See, I told you. You were harping on the Sanctuary in the Sky. This card has popped you fucking like 3 cards.
Yeah. Attack for 37.
Damn. Well, this is uncomfortable. Go ahead.
Right.
But
Yep. Yep.
now the question is, I think we'll just do this.
Attack with Sage of the Sky.
Effect.
Yep.
Full Helm.
Attack with Herald of the Heaven.
Okay. Ugh. The last card in your hand is Honest. Fair enough.
I think this is the safest play.
Drop. Okay. This is actually really, really good for me. Standby main. Nice.
Sure.
Okay, is it worth the 600 life points? I think it is. I will attack. I'll take 600.
300?
What?
300. 300? Oh, 600. Yeah, okay. 600. Yeah. Okay.
I will special summon Dark Soul in defense.
Sure.
Attack the roach and enemy controller it to defense.
Okay.
I will special summon back my other Dark Soul. And we'll go main 2. And I get the spicy Trishula play.
Yep.
Now the...
I mean, I guess, but if I could draw. I don't know. I guess it's debatable either way.
Yeah. I guess if you draw a monster, Utopia is probably more annoying than if you just have Sanctuary in the Sky and like a trap. So I think we'll get rid of the monster.
Yeah.
And then end phase, I get the double search. So
I don't know what you want to banish from my graveyard. I don't know if there's any. Do I play the fairy that brings stuff back?
I mean, I think I just get rid of this so I can guarantee that you like. I know you run Monster Reborn at least, so
okay, that's
could be helpful. And then during my end phase, I will add. I go on Full Helm and another Dark Soul.
Go ahead.
Standby main.
Yep.
27.
Yep.
Main 2. Set. Pass. Effect. Rip. Draw. Okay. That's pretty good. Normal summon.
Yep.
Attack. $13.
No, I took it
Oh,
off.
okay.
Right. 24 total.
Yeah. I didn't notice. I just saw the one thing get deducted. All right. I'll pass. Decree.
Yeah, that'll do
Okay,
it.
nice. Next draw was the rat. Nice. Okay, that was actually a pretty competitive game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was
that
close.
was really scary close. Did you open all monsters?
No.
That's pretty good.
It's decent against your deck.
Draw for turn.
Uh-huh.
All right. I will set a card. Set 3.
You drew 3 decrees? What the heck is this?
Could be anything.
That's not fun.
Oh god. Something's fine.
Go.
It's decree.
I'll activate Divine Punishment.
Sure.
Activate my Sage of the Sky. Pop this.
Sure. End phase decree again.
Okay.
Draw. Drastic drop off. Damn it.
Yeah. I'll destroy Decree, I guess.
That's fine. Okay. Not a problem. I was trained on this exact situation. Flip summon.
I accept.
Attack. Ah! Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect, actually. You know what? We'll just pass.
Ah, this was a good draw.
Oh god.
That was a good draw. Oh, yeah, you're not playing Decree. Yeah, we're not worried about Gores. Attack, attack, go. Pashul. Oh, really? Alright, attack with Thunder King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have you under the lock.
I might be doomed. Yeah, that's probably
All right.
we had all the graveyard effects.
You also had 2 decrees, so
Yeah, true. Hey, I'm telling you. Metal Sage of the
I need to-
Sky, the card is cracked.
yeah, but I need to draw literally the field spell, the Sage, and a counter trap that I can just activate to get rid of Decree. I just so have happened to have both of those in the first 2 games, but it's a 3-card combo to do that.
All right, well, this time I'll open Decree and this won't happen, right? I'll be fine. All right. I just need to open Decree for the 3rd game in a row. Oof.
Just pass. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay.
Duality.
Actually, I'm going to do this guy first. I kind of forgot that he can slim my deck.
Oh, true. That's pretty good.
Aha! MST, you don't say. Alright. I have to play around the fact that your deck has so many ways of just absolutely annihilating me.
Sure.
So we're going to make one of these plays. Summon.
Yep.
Go.
Draw.
Oh, no decree. All right. Step one, check. We play to our outs. We play to our outs.
Flip summon.
I accept.
Mind control.
We'll play Dark Bribe.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, normal summon.
I accept.
Attack.
Draw.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, what a nice draw. Bountiful Artemis.
That's pretty good.
Yes. It's all coming together now. Go ahead.
Draw. Oh, that's so good. Well, I will attempt to attack.
I have no effects. It's good.
Okay.
I wish I had another negate attack. That would be nuts.
300. And I think I will get a Bogart.
Yep.
Attack. Fuck. 1600. Go ahead.
Really? What in the world are your back rows? I'm like, okay, he has to have Gotham's emergency call or something. This is crazy. This is just wild. What in the world are your back rows? A trap stun? But I guess there's no point. All right, well.
Chain? I guess I'll set one.
Sure.
Sure.
That's a little annoying because I don't really want to flip it, so that's a little annoying. It's enemy control. My body's a shield. Ah, I see. Alright, who am I kidding? Alright, go ahead.
That's so sad. Oh, oops.
No, it's okay.
Okay. I do not have a lot of good options here.
No. And you only play one Bogart Knight, so...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Monster Reborn him.
We'll do this.
Perfect. Okay. So your last card set here is Judgment, which at this point, paying half your life points to draw 2 is incredible.
It's great. Hope for escape.
Damn, I actually might just be doomed in this game. It's so hard.
Yeah, X-Saber's had 2 cracks at it.
Yeah. Do I crash? I don't even know what to do in this situation. The fact that I can't just out the Bountiful is a big problem. They got big booties too.
Oh yeah.
Guess I'll just pass.
Oh, that's not good for you.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, let's see here. This deck is ridiculous when it gets going. There's just no way of beating it. All right. Well, we'll summon this guy.
Yeah.
We'll set Drastic Drop Off. We'll set this to kill your giant rat. We'll set. All right, your turn. I'll draw 2. I'll pop the giant rat and gain 1,000. Best of luck, duelist.
Oh God, I got hit with all 3 of them. Fuck. Alright, set, go. I can grind my way. Maybe the actual strategy here is deck out, unironically.
I don't know. Well, you get your Pashul now?
Maybe.
I mean, sure. Okay, attack, attack, attack.
I saw 21 first. I'm dropping the cores.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just.
Do you have warning?
What counter trap? Oh, I've got a few counter trap. We'll use this one. Draw 2.
Wait. Oh no, it has to be eye
Oh,
control.
what I'm.
Okay.
Do I still draw? I still gain my 1,000.
Yeah, you
right?
gain 1,000. You can't pop anything because there's nothing on board.
Okay. If I couldn't gain my 1,000, then I would just use the divine punishment on Gore's effect to summon the token. That way I pop Gore's and draw and get my 1,000. And then attack with the other ones.
Okay, 3,200. I do run Gores
That's
for the
fine.
exact reason that people don't expect the Gores when you're running Decree.
That's right. It just opened up more back rows for my counters.
Oh God. I think this is probably. I think I lost this one.
I think so too, actually.
What a crazy game!
That opening play, my opening hand, when I didn't pick the MST, it was actually such an interesting decision in retrospect, because if I take MST and I just MST you there, and your back row, your set monster is basically any of the monsters that your deck sets, from Dark Soul to Giant Rat to Emmer's Blade, to literally any of those things,
Yeah.
then you're just going to be able to high unlay me. And my back rows were a Dark Bribe that doesn't do anything. And I think it was something like a negate attack. My hand was some combination, and I had the Sanctuary in the Sky, these 2. I took this because if I got to go to my, if you didn't have Decree, I actually was able to get a bunch of these going.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was like my only good way of actually winning. I had this too. So I was just thinking, because if I don't take Solemn, this field just gets hit by Hyunlei, and I just outright lose the game, basically.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to hope you don't have Decree set, because that's like a path to winning, is actually just getting some of these counters to go off, and then the snowball avalanche. It was a really, in retrospect, an interesting decision.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even disagree with the gamble, because I opened Decree game 1 and game 2. So like
No. Gambler's fallacy. Every individual situation is its own odds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I swear, like, you open Decree like half the time with this deck, but
It should be like 45% of the time. It's a 3 of and a 40 card deck.
yeah.
Something in that vicinity. It was a gamble, but
It was,
I don't think I was going to win, because your deck can just summon high unlay against this field and I just lose.
yeah, that's true.
But if I get Solemn Judgment sent, then I can Solemn Judgment. The problem here is that you can just Judgment my Judgment too. It was... I didn't really feel like I was in a great situation. I had to hope your back row was Enemy Controller, Book of Moon.
My body.
I guess my body's a shield. Yeah, and it just happened to be one. So I ended up getting lucky.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't really have much I could do with the opening hand. And yeah, you just had everything you needed to ramp up. It was so sad because, like, I kind of had to go with what I had to go for, but the negate attack, I mean, honestly, what really won you the game were the drastic drop-offs. Those things were insane. Like, especially like now, since like the Tengu community has shifted towards the Toronto pool, like drastic drop-off was like kind of bad because of Dark World, but if Dark World's not in the format, this card's cracked broken. Like, actually, like, it's so good against a lot of...
I mean, it is when you get an additional effect.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get a draw or a pop. But, I mean, I you know, maybe... Did I at least convert you onto the Metiel Sage of the Sky and Sanctuary in the Sky?
I just always had the ideal combination of those cards. I mean, maybe it's good. Metiel is pretty sweet when you can pop a card.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
One
of the things with counter traps just inherently is... just by virtue of what they are, you don't really have the option just to activate them whenever you want unless it's drastic drop off. That's kind of like the only one that you can be like, all right, I'm going to set this and immediately activate it.
That's also why...
So drastic drop off is a really important card.
Yeah, that's also why I went for negate attack, because I was running Meltiel. So like this becomes Sakuretsu armor plus, or maybe just, or like end the battle phase, draw a card, which is still a crazy effect. And ironically, it kills Spirit Reaper because it targets the attacking monster.
Oh yeah, I remember that interaction back in the day.
But yeah, I actually, I don't know. I do think it's like pretty spicy. Like Sanctuary in the Sky, the thing about it is your opponent's never really gonna like get rid of it, and it just gives you Divine Punishment, which is just like, I don't know, it's Infernity Barrier, which is crazy. I mean, better Infernity Barrier is just Omni Negate for nothing. At the requirement of just having a field spell on the field. So I don't know. I definitely like this build. I am shocked. Like I mean, it's cool that we got to see the interactions. I'm so sad that X-Sabers is just doomed out of tournament and tournaments, you know, with the 2 chances. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. I'm honestly excited to see how far Counter Fairies can go here, because the deck looked incredible. I mean,
I almost won game 1 too. Game 1 was pretty close. You had to make that Trishula play. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like at any second, because my deck kind of can just fold and fall apart. But, like once you clear the field, there's no top decking in this deck.
Yeah. But this is definitely one of those, like, it's almost like Gladiator Beast, right? Where, like, there's, like, that ramp up, and once you get the ramp up, it feels unbeatable, right? Like, you start going, and it's just crazy. Because once you started drawing, like, after you resolved the first drastic drop-off, and you drew 2 and pitched my draw phase, I was like, I think I lose this game.
Oh, when you had just that giant rat, and you're like, all right, I pass. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I've got Mattel, I've got another drastic drop-off, and I've got, like, 4 counter traps.
Well, I think I had the option of making a synchro, but I just knew this card was solemn. So it's like, I think there was a point where I had an enemy controller play, right? Like, I could have, like, I was thinking of crashing with Rat, tributing Dark Soul, and then, like, or not even crashing with Rat, just normaling Dark Soul, tributing it, taking Artemis, and then exceeding with it. But I feel like if you just Judgment my enemy controller, it's so worth for you, because you just draw 2 cards. Like I said, like, your life points are huge. That's the other nice thing about Meltiel, is like it's kind of like not Bountiful Artemis, the card they came out with, the like Pendulum Monster that basically made Counter Fairies better for a while, like a long time ago.
Ariande.
Yeah, Ariande. It's like your pseudo Ariande for this deck. It lets you get away with like kind of just recklessly flipping your warnings and judgments, because you just gain so much life points back. Like, even without the Sanctuary in the Sky on the field, just like warning a monster and then getting 1,000 back, like with warning costs 1,000 life points, like it's not bad. Like it's actually okay. But damn, I don't know. That was definitely a spicy match. I can't believe, but we finish out the end of Tournament of Tournaments, round 1. So you know, we got to see how we're gonna do the pairings for the next round. But I'm excited to see what comes out, because you know, moving forward, all the decks, you know, have, you know, at least won a match. So all these decks have proven that they're at least somewhat decent, and it's gonna get a lot more competitive as the
as the tournament progresses, which I'm really excited for.
We did it, guys. We made it to the end of round 1 of the Tournament of Tournaments. If this is your first time watching this series, I'm going to let you know that moving ahead, there's going to be a little spoiler of the outcomes of the matches prior to this. So I want to show the bracket so you guys can kind of stay up to date and see what decks won. You know, just a quick recap. So for those of you new to the series, you know, this is a good time to hit the subscribe button, you know, and hop out. But for everyone else, let's hop over. I'll show you guys the bracket, show you where we're ending round 1 on, and, you know, kind of look at what we have to look forward to for round 2. All right, now just to be clear, what's shown here in the bracket is not going to be the matchups. We're probably going to shuffle them and, you know, shuffle them once again to reset the bracket entirely. So we're going to re-randomize the list of all the decks. But these are the decks remaining in the pool just for the quick recap. So we have Chaos, we have TG Agents, we have Plasma Heroes, Quick Draw, Tengu Plants, Ancient Gear, Grave Keepers, TG Stun, Demise OTK, Dragoonity, Volcanic Heroes, TG, Nordic, Blackwing, Diva Hero, and Gadgets. That's the first half of the bracket. Now the second half of the bracket is we have Jurak, Karakuri, Vayu Turbo, Six Sam, Spellcasters, Morphtronics, Mist Valley, Psychics, Fish, Dark Dragon, Infernity, Hero Stun, Herald of Perfection, Rock Stun, Flamvel, and then last but not least, we gotta add Counter Fairy into the mix, and Counter Fairy is the last deck to make it into round 2 of the Tournament of Tournaments. So you guys now have this to look forward to going into the next episode, where we will officially start round 2. So excited to see how we're gonna bring this out to you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and make sure y'all have a great time dueling today.